Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the director of the Lakota West Band, Andrew Carr. Please welcome to the field American Legion Post 681 as they present the colors of our great nation. Please stand in honor and remembrance of our men and women in uniform who have made their sacrifice, to honor those in service to our country and those who support them. Please salute the symbol of our great nation as the Lakota West Marching Firebirds present the Star Spangled Banner.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lakota West High School, home of the Firebirds. Tonight in Firebirds Stadium, we have a conference opener between your Lakota West Firebirds and the Princeton Vikings. I'm Dave Royce with my two partners in the booth today, Larry Burks and Spencer Ware. Here we're kicking off another season of football. It's a home opener, big conference opener between two GMC rivals. What do you guys think we're going to see, Larry, Spence?
Hey, first of all, I'd like to thank our special guest, Spencer Ware, for being here.
Absolutely.
Spencer Ware is a two-time Super Bowl champion. He's graduated from Princeton in, I believe, 2010, correct? And then went to LSU. Spencer, welcome. We're glad you're here, and I'm glad to see your boys are in the booth with us, too. It's going to be a great night.
Oh, man, thank you guys for having me. It's an honor.
You bet.
It's an honor.
So, Larry, West had a rough start last week, 10-0 against St. X. Tough rival every year to start off with St. X. But they did hold X down in the second half. Didn't let them score any more points. And then Princeton coming off a big win, 41-7. Yeah. Well, you know, they had 200-plus yards of offense. We'll kind of see what happens here tonight with these two rivals a little bit more equally matched.
Well, I will say I was impressed with West's defense because they were up against a pedigree quarterback last week in Chase Herbstreit. Yes, I said Herbstreit. That's Kurt Herbstreit's son.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're telling me that he doesn't have talent. I will greatly disagree with you. So to hold that team to 10 points is a great feat, in my opinion. Now, the offense really needs to get going tonight. It's a young offense, young quarterback, young offensive line, and they really need to start gelling now that we're in the meat of the season, into the conference, and we're going to see a great, hopefully we'll see a great different game tonight. I expect a battle like it always is with Princeton. Princeton last week put up a lot of points. If I was a coach, if I was Coach Bolden, I'd have a great deal of head scratching because I wouldn't know what to plan for other than everything because they spread the ball out a lot. They ran the ball across multiple running backs. They had a lot of wide receivers. I believe they each had one catch and some had double digits in yards. So it's going to be interesting to see how Bolden's defense prepares for this tough Princeton offense. But the big thing for me tonight is to see how that West offense improves.
Absolutely, Larry. As you said, Princeton spread it across about 5 receivers. They were really balanced in their offense. 200-plus yards, but 117 in the air and 97 on the ground. Yeah. So, like you said, real good test here for the West defense. So we'll see what they can do tonight. And then, you know, talking about West, you know, a tough opponent last week, like you said, against St. X. But, you know, they did try to move the ball, both passing and receiving. Kind of balanced as far as what Coach ran. Right. Just didn't have a lot of success against that St. X defense. So we'll see what tonight.
We had a young quarterback who threw 3 interceptions, I believe, and it's really hard to win a game when you have 3 interceptions.
Yeah, turnovers were a killer last week. 4 turnovers, 3 INTs, and a fumble. So if West can stay away from turning the ball over, should be a really good match tonight.
I think so. Spencer, I have a question for you. You may recall, I was reminded that you had like a 96-yard touchdown return against Lakota West in the last 2 minutes of the game, I believe your senior year in high school at Princeton. Do you recall that running back?
No.
Oh, I remember all my run backs, but I figured you would remember that one.
Yeah, no, not that one. I do remember a 96-yarder from my freshman year playing up at Centerville. You know, they handed it to us pretty well, and you know, I was still young and no one knew about me, so I was able to sneak one in there like that on them.
Well, I really hope you can point out the talent tonight. I'd like, you know, you have eyes that can spot extra special people. And, man, if you could help us call them out on West side or on Princeton side, that'd be great.
Absolutely. So the kickoff by Princeton went out of bounds, so West should get some good field position out of this. So, hey, guys, you know, the band's in the house. The students are over there in the student section with the Hawaiian luau get up on. It's a warm night. I think it's about 84 degrees out there right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. That might play into the game here about guys being hydrated and whatnot. So I just want to make a special mention to all of our military first responders and to the American Legion 681 for presenting the colors tonight. It was really nice to get this home opener started at West the right way. So West is going to get the ball at the 35-yard line here after the kick went out of bounds and start up their offense.
Here we go. We'll see how the offense looks.
Looks like they'll start with Jackson Smith at quarterback tonight. Junior Gonzalez, I see him in the backfield. Fellas are checking their wrists for the play call.
Now let's look at the offensive line here. Let's see how they handle this tough Princeton defensive line. It's going to be that'll be a key point in this game, is making sure the quarterback is protected. I've heard a lot of great things about Jackson.
Quick handoff right up the middle. Big 24 going up right through the gut.
Good run.
And over midfield to about the 47-yard line.
Looked like a straight dive right over the right guard.
Here's a replay for you, Larry and Spence. 24 just gets that ball, goes right up the gut. Spencer, he's just pumping the legs, moving, and went right through that defensive line.
Still early in the game, so we call those fresh legs, and we're going to try to continue to get that going. And on that defensive side, you guys, I'm a Princeton Viking alumni, so I have to root for my mighty Vikings over there. But we've had some pretty tough battles against Lakota West around the Jordan Hicks times, and me and him had some great battles through those 4 years that we were out here. And like I said, I'm excited to see it, so let's see if you guys keep it up all night.
Here you go, Spence. Here comes a replay of your Vikings to take it away here as they came in and make a big hit on 24 that time for a loss of 5 yards. So now Smith goes back, throws it quickly to the tight end, and incomplete.
When that play was lining up, I just noticed that that tight end, he's really kind of ahead over everyone else out there, and I would try and use him more, number 88.
Yeah, love the tight end position, Larry. As you see here on the replay, Smith goes, just let him a little too early. He could have had him on that quick hitch.
Number 88 is Luca Gilbert. He's a sophomore this year, or I'm sorry, junior this year, tight end. He's built like a tight end too. He's big. He's not just tall. He's got some size to him. I think they should utilize him more.
It looks like they're in a passing formation here.
Here comes a blitz.
Pitch back to Smith. Smith goes deep over to the 40-yard line.
Well covered.
Yep. And that Viking defense, Spencer, as you said, they're right there.
Yep. Looks like he needs to get the ball a little flatter coming out of his hands. He needs to zip it out there a little lower so only the receiver can get the ball. You see, he's got a little too much arc on it. I think if he just put it down around the belt and toward the sidelines, it would be a reception.
Too easy for the D-back right there, huh, Spencer?
Yeah, too much air up under there.
So West back for punt formation. They had plenty of practice at this last week, so he averaged about 34, 35 yards a kick, and they'll take the fair catch there. Right about the 21, 22-yard line is where the Vikings will start their offense.
Let's see how this works.
Okay. So Lakota West, they had a little bit of success on the ground on the first drive. Couldn't get really much done in the air.
Spence, you called it there. You said fresh legs on that first play, big play.
Fresh legs. Everyone's excited. Yeah. It's at the beginning of the game. Nice rivalry going on. Stands are kind of packed. The juices are flowing for the kids.
That's right.
What we used to say during that time was control your emotions.
That's right.
Control your emotions. We have all day to play.
And glad you pointed that out, Spencer. The fans are rolling in here. The sun's falling down, just below the press box here, so it's not in our face anymore. And starting to cool off, so the fans, I think, they did do a late start. We did an hour late start tonight for the heat. I think that was probably just as much for the boys as it was for the fans. So,
hydration is key. Whoever prepared their bodies this week for the heat will last.
Exactly right. I think that 30-some point blowout last week for Princeton might pay off tonight, because a lot of those starting players maybe got to rest the third and fourth quarter.
Yep.
The best conditioned team, when it's hot like this, usually will perform the best, especially in that later third quarter and fourth quarter.
Absolutely, Larry. We'll keep an eye on the sidelines, see how the guys do with water. They got the big fans down there, it looks like, blowing on them, trying to keep them cooled off. So, yeah, fourth quarter is going to be a big play here when it comes to this this heat.
That's yes, right. It will.
So Princeton had a false start there on their first play, went backwards 5 yards. Now the quarterback rolls out, finds his receiver in the flat, and picks up about 10 yards, but we got some more yellow laundry out there.
It looked like someone may have ran the wrong route there, because they had two wide receivers in the same spot at the same time.
Definitely some miscommunication.
Yeah. It was a good pass, good catch, but, well,
You'll see
here.
Yeah. Take it away, Larry.
Yeah, if you see him roll out here, you've got the back out of the backfield who gets a reception, but the wide receiver was also in the same spot. I don't know, maybe the wide receiver was supposed to run a little deeper. Maybe the back was supposed to run a little shallower.
Yeah, but, that play was gone from the beginning.
Yeah, you could.
I think that, the right tackle or right guard didn't know whether to block that defender in front of him with left the defensive end or the D tackle on the running back. That's always a mismatch.
Yeah.
And that's where we get the hold in once the quarterback leaves outside the pocket.
There you go.
Yeah, you could see that.
That's why we have Spencer in there.
Yeah, you could
Thanks,
see
Spencer. That's a good observation.
Great camera shot from the back. Now they go roll out to the right. Not
good
a whole lot there
there.
West defensive line eats that up and holds it after maybe about a gain of 1. So Birch, he threw for about 117 yards last week, but yeah, that last play you could see was busted up there at the very beginning.
I tell you, they had numbers on that outside. They had a good block set up, but they just had too many defenders out there.
Here you see the replay.
That number 33 stopped it all right there, the linebacker.
Offensive lineman does swing out. You can see from the end zone cam here. He gets the kick out blocked by 52, but just nothing there.
Yeah. Grant Bierman, he's a junior. He shut that play down.
Have to get vertical on the outside in order to make that a positive play right there.
So Vikings just sputtering here on offense tonight in their first series, and they're going to take an early timeout.
This is really important. Field position is such a big deal when you're talking about two teams that are pretty evenly matched. And if West can keep the ball around the 50-yard line, they have a really good chance to score, because historically West has had pretty decent kickers. Even, 25, 30 yards, gets 3 points, momentum going into the next series. But first, while we're on a timeout, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Westchester TV. Even though I'm a color commentator today, during the week I'm the township administrator, and I know what kind of work goes on to get these broadcasts going. And I want to thank Justin Eckstein and Adam Inskeep. They're the producers of the show, running the production truck, doing all the work and producing this broadcast. So thank you, and thank you for tuning in.
Well said, Lair. Those guys do phenomenal work. The camera crew does phenomenal work. I do this as well for football and basketball. They are top-notch for a small operation.
Well, not a lot of local governments can do this. Yeah, and we're blessed to be in Westchester and Lakota, and we're happy to put this together for everyone, because we know it brings a lot of value to the community.
So Princeton's going to split wide, and the pass defense here, man goes in motion. It's actually going to hand that off to number 3 off the left side. That's Hunter, goes up and gains some moderate yards for the Vikings.
It wasn't a lot. Trying to spread them out again with that motion.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 17. Ball looks like it's resting right around the 16-yard line there. So Princeton, Spencer, really needs to get some yards here to open it up for their kicker if they can't get a first down with the 3rd and 17.
Yes.
There you go.
It is 3rd and long. Yeah, I just look at it. They think they need to take a shot right now.
And we have another whistle.
This would be a good opportunity to take a shot early in the game. I mean, if you take a chance, you can look at it as a long punt. If it's intercepted on the other side, because you're already backed up anyway. So it's 3rd and long, and I mean, we have to get some momentum going.
There's an equal amount of chance that there might be a flag thrown for some sort of pass interference. If you get a guy burnt, that's an automatic first down.
Automatic.
Not sure what the whistle was. Look, either somebody was hurt or illegal substitution. Now they hand it off again, go off the right-hand side, and the West defense stepping up and showing up early.
Student body right on 3rd and long. You know, maybe they're trying to work that run game, but I'm with Spencer here. I would have gone for the 40-yard line with a pass or something like that.
Yeah, that was David Hambrick, the sophomore running back, trying to take that, and boy, he didn't get a lot of help upfield blocking, and that's going to bring up 4th and 15, and Princeton's going to set up for a punt.
Yeah, look for a special teams play here. We always talk about how important special teams are. Oh, jumped them off sides.
Well, that's a free 5 they'll get there from West. So speaking of special teams, there's a special teams mistake by West, gives them 5 more yards, and that's going to push the punt returner from about the 50-yard line back. We'll see here. Just a lot of anxious guys
here.
It's
like Cameron Thomas there.
On the home opener.
Wanting to get after that ball.
Punt gets off. Looks like a fair catch. Right about at the 35-yard line.
Nice punt.
So very nice punt. We do have another hanky down.
Uh-oh.
So some more laundry out there around the punter. We'll see what this brings. But the Princeton punter there last week, he averaged right around 40 yards a punt. So
that's good.
Doing my quick math here, he's right in that zone.
With 40-some points, though, I don't know how much they punted.
Not very often. I can answer that for you. Like two punts. He had two punts. Okay. Averaged 39.4 yards per punt there. So looks like that penalty is going to be on West. Did they have a running into the kicker? Automatic first down, so.
Oh, man, see?
Maybe we can get that on.
So nice punt by Princeton. Just right over that 40-yard mark, as we were just talking about for the punter, but I guess he ran into there. There was laundry. We didn't see it. It looked like it got off clean. Must have been something late. And Princeton now, Spencer, like you said, a special teams mistake, and now Princeton set up at the 39-yard line with the ball as Birch keeps it this time. Makes a nice run. Gains about 7 yards until the West D-back comes up. Mason for a shoestring tackle here. We got a replay.
It looked like the defense had the hole plugged, but the natural well, no, it was open, wasn't it? I thought maybe everyone crashed down hard, but it was a nice hole.
Yeah, Birch took off right away. Quarterback run from the beginning. And he did run the ball some last week. So not something that West should be surprised at.
Spencer, what kind of offense did you guys run when you were a kid?
During my time at Princeton, we ran the spread.
Yeah.
Ran the spread. So
single back?
Single back, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Single back, and I had some pretty good receivers to help me out, and they had very high football IQ. We were able to get on the same page far more than we weren't. And, I mean, we had some really good relationships around that offense.
There's a replay or a quick throw out into the flat by Birch, and the West defense had that covered up.
Yeah, that was actually a good play on both parts, though. That's a nice execution of the pass play, because those aren't as easy as they make them look anytime you're throwing to the sideline.
Jacob Asbeck there for West making the tackle. Birch goes back, another quick handoff, a couple razzle-dazzle through the line of scrimmage.
Great feet.
Very good, very quick speed.
The main thing is the conversion on the third down.
Yep.
We'll see Carnella, number 37 here, take this handoff.
Great feed in the hole.
Yeah, nice. Very good vision there.
Yes, yes.
Yep, made it to that second level pretty quickly, and that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Vikings as they're over midfield now, standing at about the 43-yard line. There's
Nice
a busted
penetration
play.
there. Nice penetration by the defense.
Trying to catch with a number there, Lair, who that
Looks
was.
like number 1. Is that number 1?
Yep.
Number 11.
Oh, 11. Jacob Asbeck.
Here we'll see the replay.
Was it
He
tackle?
comes straight through.
Oh, number 7 is the
Number
linebacker
7
that
blows
came
that
in.
up, yeah.
Elijah Davis. That was a great play. Recognized where the play was going. They're actually lucky he didn't get to tackle 2 people at that time.
Yeah, he blew Hambrick up, and that
Yeah.
let Birch run over, and number 11 for West, Asback, cleaned him up there. So now another quarterback run from the beginning.
Good strong run.
Good strong run, positive yards, makes it a third and medium.
Yep.
Got that lost yardage back here, Spencer. You'll see Birch just takes off. On the option, gets the lost yardage and a couple of more, and sets up a nice 3rd and. They have 12 up on the board, but I think it's about 3rd and 7. Yeah.
Really, this is the whole playbook applicable here, right? I mean, 3rd and 7, you can run, you can pass, you can really do whatever you need to do.
It's kind of in that sweet spot where you can take that chance and it not hurt you.
Oh, Wes read that one real well.
Yeah.
So went with the option, and big number 7 was right there.
Yep. Boy, I think maybe he read that read maybe a little late. He probably should have kept that and ran around this side.
Elijah Davis here. You guys will see the replay. 2 big plays on this series, right? Busted up the last one, and he stands home.
The quarterback should have pulled that and ran, but it might have been a dive.
I don't really like the play call during that situation.
Too far in the backfield, too, right?
Davis had help from James, number 9.
I'm still trying to see and figure out whether, maybe the coaches on Princeton's side is holding off a little bit until Lakota West defense plays their hand. Maybe it's trying to get them in the bait.
Yep.
So there's
catch them off guard later on in the game and be able to go over top.
Yeah.
Another whistle there by the umpire, throwing somebody out before the play. I'm not for sure what's going on there.
There's a lot to be said to wearing that defensive line out early in the game, right?
So there's the punt. He pooches that one a little bit, puts it right on about the 2-yard line, but that's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. So Princeton got the early gift with the running into the kicker, right? Yeah. And they got a free 1st down. Got the ball back up around the 40-yard line, moved it about 15, 20 yards, and kind of sputtered there as the West defense tightened up on 2 big plays and forcing that punt. And West will take over now at the 20-yard line.
Looking good defense, right? The defense is stout. Run game is stopping it very easily, it seems like. They haven't had a lot of big plays.
Yes, what I could say and what I've noticed is neither team has made it easy for one another. So
not so far,
you're going to have to play assignment sound football, and we're going to need some playmakers to step up today.
Absolutely. With 3:54 here in the first quarter, West starts their 2nd series. Nice secondary read.
You almost had some room right there.
Almost had a fumble, too, if you watch that replay. The quarterback runs into the running back here.
Oh, with the exchange?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little shoulder contact there.
As a running back, you're always told when you know you're not getting the ball and the fake, don't even bother putting your elbow up for that particular reason.
That was another busted play, a little high on the snap as number 4 there, Wilson was coming around as the option. And they had switched quarterbacks on us there. They put Sam Wells in there as the quarterback, number 12.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a design play or if that was, you think that was a broken play, Dave?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
They had thrown Wiles in there and a little high on the snap. And the option guy was already beyond him. And he just had to run for his life there. But
ball handling and exchange.
Yep.
It's the first period of every day.
Now Smith's back in there at the helm. He's in the shotgun, goes out, throws a quick one into the flat to that big tight end.
Yeah, he's a huge target. Expect to see him more tonight.
So I think we got
Luka Gilbert.
Big hit after the initial contact on number 88, and I saw a flag come out immediately. Coach Bolden was right there on that play, yelling, and the referee letting him know. I think he saw it because he threw the flag.
Did he like launch?
Yeah, I think we'll see here on a replay. They're going to call it contact, I think, to the head. It'll be tight to see because it's right along the sidelines, but you'll see Coach Bolden react right away here if we get the replay as soon as the second contact comes in. Yep, they're called targeting, 15 extra yards.
This isn't like college where they
coach
knock them
talking
out for
to him.
targeting, is it, Dave?
No.
I don't think so.
Here we'll see the replay. So just a quick pass out here in the flat to that big tight end, as you were mentioning, Larry. He takes it here. There's the initial contact, and there's that head-to-head.
Yeah.
And Coach Bolden was telling him, hey, man, just protecting my player there. Now 22 takes the direct snap, and he gets hit backwards hard.
Little wildcat
number
there,
8.
huh?
That's the same guy.
Yep.
Nelson with the hit there, the linebacker
Same
for
guy.
Princeton.
He's been showing up here early in the game. There's two hits, one being flagged, but
I didn't really see anything egregious in that tackle. He was low, and the guy was
to the
going
whistle
was
blown.
Yeah.
To that particular point, you never know if a...
Having a little light display here.
My goodness.
That's not your TV at home. That is the lights here in the stadium.
That's usually what happens when West scores a touchdown.
Yeah, somebody hit the button early.
Yeah.
So,
Spencer, did you step on a button or anything while we're in here?
I have no buttons on me.
So, Spencer, you were saying that P.J. Nelson there, number 8 for Princeton, had 8 tackles last week, 2 sacks.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he's been looking pretty good. Like I said, he's always, since the game has started, been around the ball. And then, he's going to make them pay, it seems like.
Definitely a kid to keep our eye on out for the rest of the night here as we're still early in the game, late in the first quarter, 1:59, as the crew figures out the lights here. Probably can't see it there from your camera or from your home, but we're getting a nice little sunset off to the southwest here as it starts to go down and cool things off.
More importantly, cool things off. Right.
Yeah. Not air conditioned in the press box, just in case anybody wants to know.
If anyone would like to feel the sauna, that is the press box.
So I think they got the lights fixed up, and West is set up, ready to go. Princeton breaks huddle.
Well, Spencer played for LSU, so he's no stranger to hot and humid.
Yeah.
In fact, that's probably, I remember when I was playing, my jersey would just get soaked, and it would glisten on camera, and they couldn't grab me. You know what I mean? They would just slide right off of me.
Oh, I thought you...
Oh, big.
Oh, nice. Oh,
no.
my goodness.
Oh.
Come on.
So
This
Smith
is
throws
home field advantage.
Smith throws one out again over to the flat to number 24
That was number 1
for West. Junior Gonzalez and number 1 Cole
Let's take a look
lights
at
him
this.
up. We'll see it. Tell me what you see here, Spencer.
Clean hit.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. That's
No targeting with the head.
He did
He
launch.
actually hit him with his body.
He did launch.
And
Is that one of the rules? Is launching?
the pads were under his shoulder pads.
Yeah.
The offense,
You'll see
offensive
here
guy's
again.
shoulder pads.
Boom. That's just perfect timing. He just hits
Torso.
him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would agree with you, Spencer, on that. He
I
hit
don't know
the
what the
exact
penalty is
right
there.
spot at the exact right time. And
In my eyes, that's your quarterback's fault.
Yeah. He
He has to read it.
yeah.
He
hung it up too much. Too much air on.
That was a
He's gotta put some
predetermined
zip
throw
on.
right there.
He's got to throw the ball.
Yeah, you can get someone
Can't-
hurt like
He
that.
can't. just hang it out there.
Chaz Cole, a senior back there for the Vikings, read film on that one and was ready to go, but unfortunately he gets the worst end of that, and West picks up 15 yards on a personal foul.
Well, they went right back to it. It was open.
Yep. And you'll see here West again, like you said, Larry, goes right back to it, quick out, and Princeton's right there and wraps him up. But
that's a good tough tackle, though. Good tough run after the catch.
Does gain 8 yards and brings up 2nd and short and opens up the playbook now. So Wiles is back in at the quarterback. So coach running 2 quarterbacks now. He's the mainly runner. And he'll hand it off to 24.
Nice play.
Keeps it.
Nice play.
And
I like the way the offensive line for West is playing. They're managing to hold the defense at bay. They're not dominating the line, but they are effective.
You guys will see here on the replay, Wiles puts that in the belly at 24 and then keeps it, comes off the corner here, and can
Good
get
game.
About 8-10 yards before the defensive back can catch up with him. So now they've got 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line.
They all run the same play. Maybe a little bubble screen out.
Oh, 24 goes in motion. Empty backfield now. 12 takes it.
Fake
Wiles
fakes
it. Nice. Goes right through the middle. And he's definitely their runner.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't think that would be a surprise to the Viking defense on film that when Wiles goes in there.
It was a big hole, though.
They do bring the big tight end, number 86, into the game here. And you can see him leading the way there.
Nice blocking. Nice
Wiles
blocking.
follows him, yep.
Nice play.
And I think that's going to bring us to the end of, nope.
We have 29 seconds. Timeout.
Thought we were going to be end of the first quarter, but they had timeouts. You see Wiles again going up the gut there until number 23 from Princeton can rustle him down. That's Farrell.
Well, I know it's going to be a heck of a game today. Good match between the two.
So far, no score yet here in the first quarter, but West is knocking on the door here at the 6-yard line after 2 big personal fouls, right? Gave West 30 yards on this drive.
Right.
One, we looked like made head contact, I would say, on the first one. Second one was just a good, tough, hard play. So, as I think Lakota West may have called that timeout. I'm not for sure, Larry, if you've picked up on. See if we'll look at the board here. That was actually the Vikings used their second of their 3 timeouts, I think, to settle their defense down and see if they can keep this ball out of the end zone. But it is 1st and 6.
The thing about this positioning of the ball here, you know, in the red zone, again, Lakota West has a really solid
high snap.
Really,
that one's going to get blown up, and the Princeton defense was ready for that.
Yeah, that was a solid kicking game. They have every year that I've been here. So you know, Princeton will get, you know, be real lucky if they get away with a 3-point field goal here.
Big Logan Brown was in there when Wiles had to climb the ladder to bring that high snap down, and Brown ate him up real quick. So that's going to bring up third and 7. So it was 2nd down before. Board was wrong.
Now, Spencer, I know you have a couple little ones running around, and you want to go get them to see the game and get them over to the Princeton sideline maybe. But you're welcome to come back anytime, whether it's Princeton or somebody else.
There's West with a quick shot out to the flat.
It's almost touchdown.
And number 1 found himself a little bit of extra space after he caught the ball there. Remy gets a little yak here and almost takes it in the end zone before the Vikings can hold him short.
I was surprised they didn't switch ends at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, they didn't end the quarter. That was the problem, right? So
I've got 11 minutes and 53 seconds.
They played over into that, so I think that's going to be the end of the first.
Okay.
With our score 0-0 as they switch sides here. Coach Bolden there as West will switch sides for this.
Yeah, I thought it was a new rule or something.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't see
they're
nobody
going to have
move.
to reset the clock to 12.
Yeah, so that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
I think the play shouldn't even count.
0-0. We'll see. There's coaches out
They
talking.
still had, what, 3-4 seconds
Yeah.
on the clock? And they called a timeout.
And unfortunately on that, at the end of that play, there was an injury in the end zone there.
Oh, no.
Princeton Viking is down, being attended to.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a seat and try to get closer with the young bucks out there. Like
Yes,
I
sir.
said, it's been a pleasure getting on. I had fun. And we'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming, Spencer.
Spencer, appreciate you blessing us with your presence in the booth here. Thanks for your commentary and your experience.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. Like Larry said, anytime, welcome back.
All right, thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
We'd like to remind all fans, please take time to visit our concession stand. As proceeds benefit the
So, folks, we
thank you for your support.
say goodbye to Spencer Ware there, a Princeton Viking who played a little professional ball, as we are going to break now for the end of the first quarter as we take this injury timeout as well. Here at Firebird Stadium, it's 0-0.
Hey, Monica.
Hey.
Westchester wants to know, how do I rent the barn?
Well, Mulhauser Barn is a rental facility that Westchester owns. It was actually originally built in 1881, but the Westchester Township acquired it in 2008, and now we use it as a rental facility for weddings, graduation parties, any event you can think of. It's a seasonal facility open from April 1st through November 15th because there's no heating or air conditioning. You can find more information on availability, pricing, and scheduling a tour to visit Mulhauser Barn at westchesteroh.org. If you have a question about Westchester Wants to Know, visit any of our social media or visit our website.
Welcome back to Firebird Stadium here, Lakota West, Westchester, Ohio, as we have a really good game going on here, Larry. 0-0 here at the end of the first quarter. A little confusion there of how the quarter ended.
Yep.
Looked like they tried to run another play into the second quarter. The referees are figuring that all out, talking to both sides. And I think they're trying to call up here to the press box to get the clock reset. But there you see a beautiful Friday night here,
That is
Larry,
a great picture.
in Westchester.
Yep. They do have 12 minutes on the board now. And they got that fixed. I think there were like maybe single digits for sure on the clock when West ran that outside play down to the 2-yard line. And now we're looking at 3rd and 1 again.
We'll see what they set up. But,
or is it first down? I think it may be a first down.
We did pick up, that was Andrew Wells, the defensive back, number 23 for Princeton, that was down, and he was able to walk off, so that's good news. As now the
now we break off all the rust. Now that Spencer isn't in here to provide that really, really insightful stuff, we have to.
That's right.
So now we're going to have to shake the rust off from the last season and get going. And Dave, thank you for filling in. When a lot of people may have tuned in, maybe have been listening for Brent Phelan. He could not make the game tonight, and I really appreciate you stepping up and coming over. And I know you do the East games.
Yes.
And so far you're doing a great job on the West games too, and I appreciate all your help.
My pleasure. I love this. It's we are one Lakota, so to me,
That's
it's
right.
all Lakota football, and love to see the Lakota be successful on both ends of Westchester Liberty Township here. As the East boys are over there playing Hamilton right now.
Yep.
So another GMC matchup, and just looking for great football this season in this GMC league. Football here in Southwest Ohio is so big, so strong between the GMC and the GCL, with teams like Lakota West. Back in the day, Coleraine was always a powerhouse.
Yep.
Mason, Princeton now, the Lakotas, and then you got the GCL schools that, the LaSalles, the Mullers, the X's, the Elders. Just a great football here in this area. So, man, if you're ever bored on a Friday night in the fall, you got a problem, right?
You can definitely find a great game to go to.
Absolutely. So far, we got a good one here. As we started off the broadcast, we talked about West's 10-0 loss to St. X. They're talking about one of those great programs over at St. X. Tough game for both for them. You mentioned a quarterback over there, Herb Street.
Chase.
Chase
had a pretty good game, but the West defense held him to 10 points, and that's a pretty impressive defense.
And Princeton did their work last week with a 41-7, and Birch lit it up on both ends of the field, throwing and running, and they took care of business. But not so when you come back to conference play here.
That's right.
As we were just mentioning, two tough teams here battling out. I think they've got this whole clock thing worked out here, as both teams getting a little extra breather, which probably is not a bad thing on this warm night.
Right.
Boys get a chance to get some water in them, some hydration, and keep on going here. So be important as the West offense comes back out. That big O line coming up.
Yep.
See what they can do in the trenches against this Viking defensive line. So they're going to re-huddle here, Lair.
One thing I liked about that first quarter was the play calling for West. Although there may have been a couple long, 3rd and long, and they run it, but I think they're maximizing the abilities of their offense with their play calling.
Yep, Smith back there looking to hand off to.
Boy, they were coming in hard on him. Princeton was attacking that ball.
Smith to Junior Gonzalez. And Junior's been the main running threat back there.
Yep. If you look here, they've got 3 or 4 offensive or defensive linemen in the backfield right away. Oh.
Yeah, they are definitely penetrating. Big number 97 there for Princeton. Coleman in quickly, so that'll bring 2nd and goal from about the 3 to 4 yard line, somewhere in there. As looks like we're going Wildcat.
Yeah. Well, maybe nope. They've got
number
their quarterback back there.
22.
It's a straight run play.
Straight run to number 22. So Brandon Johnson gets in there and takes the Wildcat. See the replay here, Larry.
Number 88 looking at his wrist.
Had Gonzalez Jr. out there lead blocking for him and just went straight out on a Wildcat. But the Viking defense holds again and brings up 3rd and 1 from about the 2.5 yard line. So this will be a big play right here. Set the tone, really, for this first half.
I hope Gilbert for West is okay. He's a pretty big threat. He's still out there.
As now they bring Wiles in. Wiles goes into the quarterback position.
Calling a timeout.
And I think Coach Tom Bolden called a timeout here.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's going to be a big play. Third and goal.
You gotta make sure it's right.
0-0 game going into the early second quarter here. This is a win for somebody for sure. Either the defense will win for holding them.
Yep.
They'll get out of here with 3 points maybe, and big win for West if they can punch it into the end zone.
A bootleg here wouldn't be a bad idea. Race to the cone, race to the corner.
Yeah, they put Sam Wiles back in there. He's that running quarterback for Coach Bolden, and
you fake that inside and then just kind of get everyone moving one way and then bootleg it back. Or, some sort of reverse bootleg might not be a bad idea. Maybe.
So a lot of chatter there between, looks like maybe the
dive right and give him plenty of space because he's fast.
Quarterback coach and the quarterback there. Coach Bolden walking the sidelines.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with going for it on 4th down either when you're 2 yards from the goal line.
That's true.
And your defense has been holding them steady.
This could be 2 plays left in them for sure. So 88's back in there, Lair.
Yep.
He got fixed up in that timeout. Wiles is in there. Junior Gonzalez to his left. He pumps his hand. He's going to run all the way. Has a blocker out there for him, Gonzalez, but
now you got to kick it.
The Vikings swarmed that. They were ready for that play for sure. Nothing got fooled there by Princeton's defense. And that turns into a loss, Lair, as we see this here. There's Wiles going. Gonzalez got too many people out there to block. It's him against 3 white shirts here.
Yeah. You see, the offensive line, I don't think they have the strength and the power and the quickness to get that defensive line off the ball. So this is a type of offense you have to try and run, right? It's something with showcasing your team's speed. They certainly have speed, but their power and strength might not be there.
So West goes for the field goal, and they get it. And that's Benner, the kicker, senior kicker, number 19, comes up with 3 points and gets the Firebirds on the scoreboard first. So they're the first to strike here.
Yep.
Early in the second quarter.
Solid drive.
3-0.
They had a little help.
They did have a little help. It was a long drive too, and we'll see how that pans out for that Viking defense. But you're right, we've kind of forget that drive was going the other way in the first quarter with those 2 big personal fouls that gave him 30 of those yards to get down in there to the red zone. So,
yeah, if you recall, I mentioned there's a lot to be said for wearing that defense out early in the game. That Princeton defense was on the field a lot that first quarter.
That was a long drive by West.
That was a really long drive. So hopefully that will pay off down the road.
So first strike by the Firebirds, 3-0 here at the 9:37 point of the second quarter. And West will set up to kick off there. Benner set up there. You see in your screen, he just hit the field goal as he kicks it deep to the left-hand side. That's going to go into the end zone, and
he can't bring it out.
Can't bring it out anymore now in high school once it goes in the end zone. Yep. All those new safety rules trying to keep those big collisions down. But number 3 there for the Vikings was ready to go there. That's Rosemond. As you can see, this kick gets a good foot into that.
And it's not, I don't even think he got all of it.
No, and he puts that about a good solid 2 yards into the end zone. Princeton was wanting to bring that out, but new rules say no, but they'll get set up at the 20-yard line.
Princeton might try and open it up a little bit more here. They've got a really good quarterback, and he can throw the ball, so we'll see if they try and open it up a little bit here.
D'Angelo Birch gets back there in the
tall
shotgun.
wide receivers out here.
He's got 2 wide, fakes the option, keeps it, goes up the middle, holds on to the ball,
solid
keeps the legs driving.
Too. Nice run, but 5 yards.
Yeah, not pretty, but gets 5 yards out of that.
Well, the thing is defense played their assignments, right? They didn't get burned on anything like that. That was a lot of movement on that play, and it would be easy for someone to get confused.
Here we'll see the replay, Larry, as Birch was looking to pitch that, not there, keeps it, holding on tight to that ball. Got one hand free though. As we see the end zone cam here. Fakes it. I think he really was. I think he wanted to roll and get that option going.
On a hot, sweaty night like tonight, I wouldn't want to try one-hand pitches. Fakes, right? It could easily slip out.
So same way they run the triple option there, and he keeps it.
I love the triple option. It just provides a lot of confusion for the defense. It requires them to be disciplined. But there, the offensive line let them through, and they got so much penetration that they had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Birch looks like he wants to take that wide and open up that third option. And so far, Wes isn't letting him get around the corner, and he's got to turn it up into the teeth of the defense there. So that'll bring up 3rd and 4.
A good play to combat that is a good counter play.
He fakes the handoff now, does a little pitch, but just put a little too much air behind his receiver. And that was trying to go to number 19, Marie, the wide receiver.
He was trying to loft it out to him. I think if he'd have just put a little zip on it, he might have.
This is when Coach says just throw the ball.
Yeah, just throw the ball.
Don't lob it, man. He would have probably picked up those 4 yards. So now 4th and 4, and it's going to force Princeton into a punting situation as they're deep.
Yeah, here West is going to go after it, right? They've got them punting in the shadow of their goalpost here.
Yep.
And they're going to go after it. I would.
So punter sets up about on the 12-yard line as Princeton gets set. Snap goes back, gets it off, gets a nice punt, gets a good foot behind that. Fair catches it at the 35-yard line.
Really decent field position for West. Nice punt. Of course, it had really good hang time.
Yeah, that was almost a 49-yarder, 45-yarder, somewhere in that range. He got a nice boot on that one. And
but still, 35-yard line for West. They really need to be able to move the ball across the 50 anyway.
Still great field position for West. West has not really been backed up yet tonight, starting here off the 35-yard line. And
keep that ground game going. Keep wearing that defensive line out.
We'll see which quarterback comes out here at the looks like it'll be Smith.
22's in the backfield too.
So Jackson Smith
and Braden Johnson. Braden Johnson's a sophomore. We have a couple more years of.
There's a quick handoff. Oh, there's a fumble. That didn't look good from the get-go. Little confusion. We're going to see who comes up with that, but I think that was.
I think he got it back, didn't he?
I think it's Junior Gonzalez.
Okay.
Dropped it and picked it back up. Here we'll see on a replay here. 4 goes in motion there. Little snap wasn't taken cleanly, I think. Yeah.
The running back fell back on it. I thought so.
So yeah, you can see right away it bobbled the snap. I don't think Birch was ready for it.
That's it.
Or I mean Smith wasn't ready for it. In
young team, they're not gelling yet.
Now nice snap there, throws it back.
The ball slipped out of his hands.
I'm really surprised. You know, I'd have a towel myself, right? I have a towel up here in the booth. Yep. I'd have a towel there because it is humid. Your hands are sweating.
Normally you see it on the center, hanging off the back of the center.
Yeah. So, well, he actually does. He has one there. Now that I look closer, he has one hanging there. But I'd get those hands wiped off. That ball looked like it slipped right out of his hands later, like you said.
But West doesn't run underneath the center, so that makes sense why he doesn't have it.
He looks down at his wristband there. Smith does. He's got Junior next to him.
A little confusion in the receivers there.
Timeout. West is going to have to take one here.
Yep.
At the 7:13. Clock still running though.
A little confusion. Hopefully they can get that ironed out before you get too deep into the season.
So there's a lot of confusion there, like you said, Larry, with the receiving core. Split wide. I think they were supposed to be kind of end tight.
Yeah. You know, young offensive line, young quarterback. I believe the quarterback's a freshman. So Bolden's really taking his time and investing into this potential, right? He's looking at his potential, trying to invest in him for the next few years, get a year of experience, and next year he'll be able to command the offense a little bit better.
So you have Smith, who is a freshman, and then Wiles, when he comes in as a junior, you know, they're coming in off of Coach Bolden's son leaving this program, who was the starter for 3 years straight. So that's the big shoes to fill when you got a guy that's been starting that long.
Yeah, Division I, all-conference player, likely all-state player, if I recall.
Yep.
And some big shoes to fill, but they know what it takes to get it done, right? They've seen it.
They've definitely seen it. You got it. So now receivers go in motion again. 2 split wide, tight ends up, and Smith throws the ball over top. Looked like he had his guy there.
Yeah, not bad. That's a tough throw.
Yeah.
That's a really pretty decent throw. It wasn't on the money, but it had potential of being there, and he was running left, throwing right.
Yeah, I like the call here. You'll see 14 was in the flat, had enough distance for the first down. Smith gets over there. That's a tough throw, Larry, going left.
What I liked about it, though, is it had some velocity on it.
For a right-hander to go left, roll left and throw is tough. But it was in the zone for number 14 to try to come down with that. Barnett, the wide receiver, but just no connection because that would have been a first down.
Yep.
So 4th and 9. And West will go in the punt mode as they line up, snap it back, get it off.
Nice high punt.
Nice high punt. Calls for the fair catch.
There's a ball.
Be a fumble, and that's going to be a turnover.
That's going to be a West ball.
So it looks like number 44 for West.
They're calling it to Princeton though.
Markley.
Why?
We'll have to see here. I see sandbags down.
He called a fair catch.
No, you're right, Larry. They're going to give it to Princeton.
He mishandled the fair catch though.
So we'll see here. So you get the number, gets the punt off. And is there interference right here?
No.
No, I don't know. I guess they're saying that's the only thing I can think of is they're saying that number 3 didn't have a chance to catch the ball here. You can see it from the end zone here. He calls the fair catch. And I don't know if there's that 3 feet zone or whatever.
Yeah, but he didn't even touch him.
It didn't look like he touched him to me either.
Plus, when he did catch the ball, he was outside of the halo.
Right. So
I'm not sure what the call is there.
Interesting call there by.
I'd love to be on the sidelines listening to the referee talking to Tom Bolin right now. So
Princeton or West picked one up earlier on the 15-yard personal foul. The second one we thought was a pretty good clean hit, just solid right in the chest.
Yep.
And that went West way, and this one is not going to go West way. This one went Princeton's way. And they're going to get the ball back at the 34-yard line, which is even more confusing because if he called the fair catch, I would think they would give him the ball back where he called the fair catch. But nonetheless, there's a reverse.
Good solid run play there for about 10 yards.
By West, number 25, or
Princeton,
number 25, Hamrick.
Replay here. We're going to watch a fumble again. Here's a nice high punt, right? These are hard to catch, especially when you have people running at him. He didn't touch him. He's outside the halo. The ball was mishandled, and number 44 lands right on it. I don't understand what the call is there. Was there a flag thrown?
Markley definitely recovers that ball.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see
There's a flag over there for some reason. I did see a flag come in at the end of on the left-hand side of the screen of the replay.
There must have been a block in the back or something.
Had to be.
I didn't see him signal it, though.
Yeah. I caught it just at the end when you asked for a flag. Yep. I saw on the replay in the left-hand corner of the screen here.
There we go.
On this punt. Look on the left-hand corner here. So there's number 3. He calls it. There's the close contact. And then you see a flag come in right there.
No. That's the marker for the ball.
That was a yellow. The red one was already thrown from behind.
Okay, all right.
So something happened along the sidelines here that we didn't catch. So, yeah, there must have been an infraction by the kicking team of West that made that go. So now, in the interim, Princeton has moved the ball up, made it 3rd and 2. And they're going to take their 3rd and final timeout of the half, as this becomes a big play for them for a first down conversion at 3rd and 2 here, just about at midfield, to keep this drive going.
That's
and not
right.
turn the ball back over to the Firebirds with about 5 minutes left and keep this close. They want to keep the ball in their hands, right, and either run the clock out and make this a 3-0 or maybe score before the half and either tie it up or take the lead, but definitely don't want to turn the ball over to West. So they take their last timeout, as this will be another big play on both ends here 3rd and 2, almost at midfield.
Now West needs to look for something fancy here. They're getting down, you know, into the quarter here. If they get a first down here, don't be surprised if you see them take a shot.
Hambrick in the backfield. They go that
That's a double
misdirection.
fake. Nice
Going to
run
pick up
play.
the first down and a little bit more, and move the chains.
That was a counter play.
Yep.
Crossing the backs in the backfield.
They've ran that 3 times now here.
It's done pretty good for him.
And it's done well. So where he fakes it and then counters back over. Number 25 pumps his legs through. That's Hambrick. It's like he's a sophomore running back. Not a big guy, but boy, he's got those legs moving.
He's a little bigger than you think. I bet you he's probably 175 pounds.
There's that pitch out wide.
Nice. Good
oh,
defense.
they had it
break.
up and breaks a tackle and gets upfield and takes what was going to be a negative
That's good
play.
hustle there.
And Jordan Fitzpatrick gains 2 yards out of that when he was about ready to lose 2 yards. So West broke through that. The Vikings finally get that pitch that they've been looking for all night.
Yeah.
And West was right there for a loss. So 2nd and 8. Trips right, fakes off the handoff. Birch rolls. He just tucks it under, goes forward, runs into a big piece of red over there.
Yeah.
I think that's number 44.
Oh, okay.
Markley again. So I see a couple of penalty flags down. Oh, Coach Bolton not happy right now, as I think he just got a sideline warning of some sort. This referee is not entertaining him chatter in his ear.
Yeah,
so
well. Oh, no.
Huh.
I didn't see that.
Me neither. Guys will get us a replay here in a minute, and we'll see where Birch just takes us. He rolls right, Larry, and nothing happening, and he tucks it under and runs right at number 44 here is what I saw.
Oh, yeah, he did lead with the head.
So, yeah, a lot of contact there by both ends. There's a flag comes out right away.
Yeah, his face was down. If you look at him, his head's down. That's for his own safety.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
right call.
That was a good call.
Right call, and then I think Coach got a little sideline warning there, too, because he didn't like
There's a good defensive stop.
So big number 7 for the West.
You know, when I played football, that was a great tackle.
Yeah, it was
yeah, but that may be part of my problem, Dave.
You'll see big number 7 here for West. Davis blows right through here, gets
Nice
off his
play.
block.
That was really good play.
Yep, he's fired up, and he should be. Made a great play there.
Assignment football, he was there.
Elijah Davis with a big play there for a loss for the Firebirds. Now, oh, there's a loose ball.
That was an incomplete pass.
As Burke steps back, fires a quick one on the opposite direction here. You'll see. Takes a quick peek to the right and comes right back to the center of the field. And
he wasn't going anywhere if he did catch it.
Nobody from West was confused by that. There's Davis there in the screen, number 7. And brings up 3rd and 11 now.
I will say, in spite of the heat, there sure is a pretty good crowd tonight.
Yeah, and that fires down the middle, loose ball.
Oh, that was almost picked off.
As the Firebirds had that well covered. And looks like number 3, Miles, Bakari Miles was back there. He had a little help behind him. He went for the ball here, Larry. Check this out.
Well, it looks like a good pass. It's not a bad offensive play. I just think it's a better defensive play, right? The ball was there. So was the defense, though.
Yep.
They knocked it away from him.
A lot of red jerseys right there the Vikings were throwing into.
Good coverage by West.
Yep, so 4th and long. they're kind of in that in-between point, right? That it's maybe a little too close to punt, too far for a field goal. So
Yeah.
I think Princeton's going to go for it here.
No, they took a penalty, so they're going to punt.
So, yep. Because they ran out of timeouts.
They wanted the extra 5 yards for the punt.
Yep, they didn't have any timeouts to take, so they take the penalty, like you said, plus they're going to get 5 yards if this is what they're going to do. We'll see what comes out of here.
Now you're looking at they're on the 37-yard line. So
Yep.
a 35-yard punt is going to be perfect for them if they can get under it.
Yep, punters at the 50, right on the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
And
Lakota should just
West doesn't
let it
even
go.
have anybody back there. Yeah, that's smart. Go straight up.
Let it go.
And get away from it, because if it hits
They got a good bounce.
Oh, Princeton got a really good bounce.
Yeah, they put them down on the 10, about 11, 12-yard line.
That was a lollipop, went straight up there and came down just inside the 30, but they got the great bounce and got about 15 yards of roll out of that.
Yep.
So Larry, I want to bring back up, you had mentioned earlier, it's been a while, Westchester TV, we thank everybody that's viewing, and thank you for all you guys are doing there. As we see the replay here, you see that lollipop, guys running away, you're going to see the ball come boom right there.
Right at the 21, and it rolls 10 yards.
And gets down there to the 11-yard line, 12-yard line, somewhere in there. And so the Vikings got what they wanted out of that, pinning West way back. This is their worst field position of the night.
Yeah.
So far, but with 3:04 and they've got one timeout left on the board. We'll see what Lakota West is going to do here as they line up. And they put the man in motion. And the freshman quarterback hands it off to Junior Gonzalez.
That's a nice run there. Probably 6-7 yards there.
Junior takes it up to about the 19-yard line. And the referees have been active with the yellow laundry tonight.
No doubt. It is the second game of the season.
It is.
So
this is true.
It's
early. So holding.
But they have to correct those problems, both sides, right? Both teams need to correct those problems with penalties, jumping off sides, holding.
There it is.
Yeah,
big 88 got it. He had a fistful of jersey there in somebody's back. So he comes out, hits right here and holds on a little bit, and the ref throws it. You could see it right there across your screen, streaming across. So the freshman quarterback's back there, number 10, Smith, not quite in the end zone. Gonzalez to his left, waves the man in motion, and we're going to see another false start.
More flags.
So that definitely will drive Coach Bolden crazy.
Oh boy.
So peeking back on last week's game, they had 5 penalties for 50 yards. West
That's
did.
not too bad.
Not too bad, but
I
tonight
bet you they have that tonight already.
I think they got that in the first half, maybe. These two have been short ones because they've been both half the distance, right? So they're going to get off easy on the yardage here on these two, but still first down and now 18 yards to go, and now that freshman quarterback's not just his heels, but his well into the end zone now.
Right. This is a dangerous territory for West.
Yep, and there's another false start.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's going to be another half the distance to the goal line. ball forward and just not seeing a whole lot of space here deep in their own end of the field here, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 17 with just under a minute to go. And I think West is just trying to bleed this clock as much as they can, with the Vikings having no timeouts to stop it, to be able to get the ball back in good field position here. West is set up to probably run this out at 3rd and 17, waiting for that play clock to get down to the single digits. There's a pitch, or comes back to Wiles. He almost gets drugged down at the goal line, but gets out, and that's going to bring up 4th down. But I don't think West is going to have to run another play here, as the game clock is under 20 seconds. So West dodges a bullet there at the end here, and I think this will bring the end of the first half as we count down 1-0 here. So here in Westchester, Ohio, at Lakota West's Firebird Stadium, it's your Firebirds 3, the Vikings 0.
Hey, Aaron.
Hello.
Westchester wants to know, my neighbor's house looks terrible. What are my options to deal with that?
Sure. So Westchester has a pretty strong property maintenance code that we enforce here in Westchester. I make it as easy as possible if you believe your neighbor has a violation. And typically we're looking at things such as tall grass and weeds. That's our #1 complaint in Westchester. But general maintenance of the property can also be an issue. The easy thing for you is you don't have to make that determination. If you call Westchester Community Development at 513-777-4214 or log on to westchesteroh.org, you can submit your neighbor's property, and we'll inspect everything that comes in. If there's a violation, if there's something against our property maintenance, or log on to westchesteroh.org. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you have things you'd like Westchester Wants to Know to answer, please let us know via westchesteroh.org or any of our social media platforms.
captivated audiences with hit after hit, including our next two selections, Under Pressure and I'm So Family.
Westchester, your Lakota West Hockey Firebirds. Tonight, the Firebirds will be performing part of their 2023 competition show. The show is entitled Unexplained. The show integrates the themes from the well-known series The X-Files, along with some of the greatest classical and pop music ever created. From Strauss to the Beatles, this show will have a little bit of everything. Please enjoy Unexplained. The Lakota Smoking Firebirds are supported by the Lakota Board of Education and the Lakota West Upbeat Club. Thank you to the entire administration of Lakota West and Principal Ben Brown. Tomorrow is our annual Tag Day fundraiser. We appreciate any support as our Smoking Firebirds hit the
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lakota West High School here at the home of the Firebirds. Larry, tonight so far, it's got a tough game here. The West finds themselves up 3-0 here, getting ready to start the second half. And not a lot of offense in that first half, but both teams had chances to move the ball and get down close, and West came out with a field goal to go up 3-0 here.
Yeah, Dave, I think it's really a testament to the defense and not the offense, right? The offense is doing just fine. They've had some really pretty decent success on the ground. It's just that each team, they get into, inside the 30-yard line, and each team's defense just really bows their back, and they really stop the offense from making anything happen of any significance. Actually, Lakota West was really lucky to get the 3 points that they have, because really, if you look at the stats, the Vikings had 4 first downs and West had 6, right? Rushing, Vikings had 16 rushes for 50 yards, and West had 15 rushes for 21 yards. And most of the yards for West were pass plays at 38 yards, believe it or not. Total offense, it's 52 for the Vikings and 59 for Lakota West. And that's just testament to good defense, not necessarily bad offense.
Yeah, pretty even game. Time of possession is really close, 12 minutes and 11:40 for West. So time of possession's close. Even the penalties have been close. So I know there's been some chatter here around the press box at halftime about refereeing, but both teams at 45 and 48 yards penalized. So pretty even there. And as the West kicks off into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Again, yep.
There you go. There you are. That's just a great defensive stop, is a kickoff into the end zone.
Yep.
It prevents them from having the possibility of running anything out, and it keeps them inside their red zone.
Yep. So no big highlight stat here for any one given player here. A whole lot different for Princeton than last week, and same way with West from last week. But as the Vikings start off there at the 20-yard line, Birch takes the read option, takes it up to the 25-yard line. Had a chance to look around the league here. Got a couple of scores here, Larry. Coleraine 3, Middletown 14 at half. Oak Hill 7, Mason 7 at half. Fairfield 14, Sycamore 10 at the half. And the other side of Lakota not looking so good. Hamilton 21, East 0 right now.
Ouch.
Did not expect that score.
I did not either. I expected East to make that a battle.
Yeah, I thought that would be a lot closer. East would be on the plus side of that. So now the Vikings throw one out into the flat. Yep. Number 3 grabs it, goes up field.
Pretty solid play.
And
Dave, you mentioned the penalties, and it seemed like there were a lot. That's because the referees were calling them on both sides, right? So there were a total of 11 penalties that half, so that's why it seemed like a lot.
Yeah.
Good observation.
So we see the replay here. Number 3 grabs that ball. That is
good game.
Hunter for the Vikings. Takes it up, gets a first down, moves the chains, and they'll be set up just about at the 33-yard line here, right below us, as we have a official timeout. This is the 3rd time tonight where the official has sent a player out of the game.
Might have been equipment.
So no penalty, just stoppage of play. Player leaves, new player comes in, and we'll get going. As
his jersey's not tucked in.
The old jersey tuck. As fakes one up through the middle.
Nice stick in the backfield, but the quarterback kept that and ran it out to the 45-yard line. Nice game. Another 12 yards.
So there's a nice fake to Hilbert, the running back, number 32. Haven't seen him too much tonight.
I don't know about you, Dave, but that faked me out. I thought the guy had him stuck in the backfield, and the quarterback just cut it upfield and got scampered for 12 yards.
Oh yeah, that was a great hit by the
great fake though too.
Hibbert didn't have the ball. Birch kept it and scampered up, got another first down, and now Birch goes to number 3 again.
That's another nice gain for 4 yards.
Hunter.
They're moving the ball well.
So Hunter grabs the ball, takes it up the side, and so little adjustment there at the halftime. The Vikings found something that's working, and they're moving the ball pretty quickly here in the second half.
Well, I haven't noticed anyone in the backfield except on that fake.
And there's
another
again.
fake. And there it goes again on the other side.
Absolutely the exact same play.
15 yards on that game.
The opposite way there. That was big number 7, Elijah Davis, busting through there, hitting the fullback, but he didn't have the ball. Birch kept it. We'll see him take it out of his belly here. He puts it in there, pulls it out.
Great fake.
Davis with a big hit there, but unfortunately the fullback didn't have the ball anymore.
Someone's got to be assigned to that quarterback on that play.
So now they do give it to Herbert, and he goes up the middle. Not a whole lot there. Sees a sea of red. And a
good keep him honest dive play right there.
Firebirds push him backwards. Maybe a slight gain there. Looks like they're going to give him a yard or a half a yard there, make it 2nd and 9. Here this time, Larry, he does put in the fullback's belly and lets him keep it.
Yeah, he stuffed that. The West stuffed that pretty easily.
But like you said, you got to keep the defense honest there. You can't just keep quarterback pulling it out, because then they're going to key on that. Now the quarterback does a quick hitch, slant. Again, finding number 3 is his favorite target right now. Antonio Hunter.
Pass was complete to number 3, Antonio Hunter.
It looked pretty close to a first down. Oh, just a little about a half yard short.
Looks like Mason for West made the tackle there.
2 backs in the.
As Birch keeps it again,
nice
finds
play.
a hole up the middle. He's scampering down and gets pulled down from behind, right about the 10-yard line, and Birch keeps it after the.
Nice play. There's 2 backs in the backfield on this play.
Yeah.
Kind of like a veer.
And he gets caught right here by number 3 for the Firebirds.
Great game.
Miles, and good thing he caught up to him, because I think nothing was there but the end zone to stop him. Now 25 gets the ball. He goes off the right-hand side, and he gains some solid yardage.
It's a nice game.
Hambrick now takes that ball.
They're running a little different formation this half.
Yeah, you can see there that Hambrick goes off, got good blocking, and didn't catch who the tackle was.
Their play calling isn't running nearly as flat to the line of scrimmage. It's a little more perpendicular.
There
they gave it to the back.
Yep.
And the quarterback took the shot.
So first half they were just having the one tailback back there, number 25. Now they've got a double set back, and that's really made some confusion on the Firebird defense, as that's time they keyed on the quarterback, but he left it in the belly, and 25 tickets inside the 5 down to about
3 now. Third and goal to go.
Yep.
They're about on the 2 or 3 yard line.
Birch is calling out plays. He's got 7 seconds on the play clock.
Correction, it's 3rd and about a half yard.
Yep, he goes to the left-hand side. He leans forward.
I think he got a first down out of that.
And, yeah, I think he may have.
Number 25, David Hambrick was the ball carrier.
They had 3rd and 1. They could get the first down inside.
And they did.
The 1, and I think they got it. We'll see here on the replay. 25 takes it in, or gets hit high and squirrels out and leans forward and lays that ball down about the 1 foot line. You see here he goes falling forward and reaches out, but doesn't
really
make the goal line.
That's a good replay, guys.
That is
That's
great
really
shot.
Close. But that was a good call on the refs. I think they got it right. He was about a football short.
As much heat as they've taken tonight, no pun intended, because it's hot as heck out here. But they got that one right, right on the goal line. And Princeton Vikings are going to take their first time out of this half with a 1st and goal with 6:25 left here in the 3rd quarter. And if they can punch this in, they take a lead here, Larry.
Here's another good look at it. He's so close to getting a touchdown, but as you can see right there, his elbow comes down and the ball was up in the air like he tried to extend it out.
Yeah, Markley
that was a good spot. Good spot.
44 Markley had him stood up originally about at the 3-yard line, but he spun off of that and then lunged forward, like you said, and just took the ball right to the goal line to, first of all, get the first down, but then put the Vikings right there knocking on the door.
Yeah, Lakota West really needs to really show a second wind here. They look like Princeton is driving them off and they're tired or something, but maybe it's just the new formation and the new
formation.
plays.
They've been quick to the line of scrimmage. Yep. They're really moving the ball. They got good rhythm right now, and this is going to be a tall task for the Firebirds to keep them out of the end zone. And the Vikings go off right tackle and punch it in and take the first lead of the night.
First time the ball's been in the end zone.
Yep, and 6-3, and we'll see what the PAT does.
There's 6 minutes and 21 seconds left in the third quarter. That took half of the quarter to drive down the field.
See Hamrick here go right off the right tackle and leans forward, and we'll get a great end zone cam here shot. Here he comes right in your living room, and he gets all those shoulders across the goal line.
That was great ball control offense. Good offensive drive.
Yeah.
Almost 6 minutes off the clock on that drive. That's half the third quarter that their defense was resting on top of the halftime. So it's when it comes down to the end, defense will, have fresh legs, right? Like Spencer said, you got fresh legs in there. And that's the important thing in the fourth quarter. And the offense is doing an excellent job of driving the ball.
Oh, there's a high snap on the PAT. It's going to go way back. Kicker's going to try to just fall on that.
That's smart.
And that's a smart move. And so West dodges a small bullet right
that
there.
Could cost them. That could cost them.
Yeah, that's a field goal to tie it now.
Instead of being a touchdown ahead, now they're on a field goal ahead.
Yeah. So here I don't see anything. That
it's just way over his head. It's not a punt. It's a PAT.
Yeah. That'd have been tough for the kicker to catch on the punt. You can see from this end zone cam that goes way over the snap or the holder's head. So the Vikings don't get a chance for the PAT and keep this at a baseball score, 6-3.
That's right.
And bodes well for West here, like you said, just down a field goal now versus having to know that they had to put the ball in the end zone. Gives you options maybe later in the game here. So again, like you said, very long, sustained drive here to start the second half. Vikings do get it in the end zone for 6, but come up short of the PAT. That was number 25 for the Vikings. Hambrick that punched it in there.
West needs to do exactly what Princeton just did. They need to burn the rest of this quarter out, and they need to go down and get the ball in the end zone. A 4-and-out here is going to be hard to recover from if they don't score.
Yeah, agree. They can't afford a 4-and-out.
The defense is tired. They're gassed. They just spent 6 minutes out on the field. I'm telling you, they need to drive the ball too.
Yeah, and like you said, even if they don't score, just a good sustained drive to let your defense get a rest is going to be huge for West. It's an interesting kickoff formation by Princeton. They do the line drive down the middle to about the 10-yard line, and West takes it and starts scampering straight up the sidelines, and they're going to get great field position out of that.
About to the 40.
So that special plays did not work well for the Vikings, and West comes out with some good field position.
I've seen that before. It's just it's line, it's line assignments. If you look, they're stacked in threes.
Yeah,
but they break out and they spread out. But that was just a bad kick, and it broke to the sideline.
That was Remy.
He had the speed to get upfield.
He scoops that up and goes. Doesn't think twice about it and gets great.
We got to
kick
trips
return
that tight. Got to run the ball, boys. Run the ball. Yep.
Junior Gonzalez goes into the line of scrimmage.
Standing quite upright quite a bit there.
The tackle was made by number 97, C.J. Coleman.
Coleman makes the tackle for the Vikings.
We need that O-line to hold their blocks a little bit longer.
So first piece worked out well for West, right? They
Yep.
get good field position. Now back to your point of they need a sustained drive here. Chew up some clock. If nothing else, give the defense a rest. But maybe get themselves into field goal range and have a chance to tie this up as the ball goes.
That'll help.
Quick snap back to Smith, and he
First down.
has a quick release there. Again, out to Remy. He's going to move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, if you watch a replay here, if the production, here we go. I'm not sure why the defender backed off that slot back. He backed off, gave him like 10 yards, and he took all of it.
Yeah, let the freshman quarterback have an easy pitch and catch there.
First down and 10. Lakota West.
So, you know, we talked about that earlier, and some folks may not realize this is a true freshman quarterback
Right.
in there. Tall task as he tosses
That's
one
not
a
good.
little bit too high there.
I'm not sure what that was. If you watch his footwork, his feet aren't in the right position to make that throw. His body's too far open. I don't know why he lofted it up like that. That was prime pickings for an interception and pick six.
As we give him accolades on the last one, that's showing his feet weren't set, bumping up. And that's happened earlier, too, where he's bumping into his running back there. He's got to let him clear, set his feet, make that throw strong. So split up.
Oh, no.
There's a bat. Just fall on it. Just fall on it. Should have just fell on it. I think Wes is going to get that out of the
Got pretty lucky there.
turmoil. Number 50 lineman.
There's a lot of things that can happen when you don't fall on it, right?
Siders, the O lineman.
Hey, you turn the ball over, you don't get your hands on it, but your body's in all kinds of weird positions, and you're a target. You're a really bad. I mean, look at that. He just got creamed.
Yeah.
You're liable to get injured in that. Just fall on it, guys.
Helmet came off, so he's probably going to have to come out for a play.
Yep.
So, got 8 seconds left on the play clock here. And they're going to have to be able to get this off. Nope, they're going to get a delay game.
Oh, no.
And I don't know if they got a timeout before that.
Third and forever now.
I think Coach Bolden got a timeout in right at the last click there. So, yeah, bad snap there, right? And quarterback panics just a little bit. Should have just fell on the ball.
Yeah, trying to make something happen. I get it.
Yeah,
but
at that point, just keep possession and play for another day there. So, luckily, the West got the ball back.
Yeah.
Siders fell on that, the O lineman. And but then you got to exchange quarterbacks because his helmet came off, right?
Yeah, but
so
you know,
Wiles
what's
has
the
to go
cost here? We don't know how badly he got hurt.
Yeah, there's the
he could have gotten
previous
really
play.
badly hurt here.
Yeah, big 99 hits him hard. His helmet comes off. Looking on the sidelines, I don't see anything down there, but you see right there, yeah.
Falls on him.
99 comes over with him pretty heavy, but good thing his O linemen were right behind him to keep possession of the ball. And then Wiles has to run in there, and the clock's already clicking.
Yeah.
And we can hear the guys next to us in the box, the West coaches yelling, hurry up on the headset.
That 5 seconds it takes to figure out what happened on the field is what causes a timeout, right?
Yep. So that's West has to burn one here early too to hold possession at 3rd and 35.
Snap it. Did he make it off?
I guess I didn't see the flag. That was really close.
He looked on to me, but that's, not.
I thought they were going to get another delay game there.
Yeah. This is the, 575 rule here. He's 5 yards away, and I'm 75 yards away, so I'll take his word for it, right?
Yep. So no penalty there. He did gain some positive yardage, move the ball up to the 42-yard line, and it's going to give West a good position to make a punt and keep Princeton down maybe on their far end of their field.
Maybe special teams
not
can
a good
make
punt.
something
Not
here.
a good punt here, Larry.
Yeah, you don't ever want to give the guy the ball on the run.
Vikings come up and field that at about the 36-yard line on the run.
It might not seem like a lot, but he got 5 or 6 yards after that.
And yeah, that's gonna net out at about a 20-something yard punt, maybe 22-yard punt at best.
He's catching the ball on the run, and that gives him an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, he catches it at the about the 32.
Well,
he gets
10 yards.
Gets an extra 10 up to the 42, and I think I think West was at the 40, so that's a net exchange of about 18 yards. That's not what West wanted right there.
Yeah, they needed him inside the 20 for sure.
Vikings come up with good field position out of the pooch punt.
Let's see if the defense can come up with an answer to their off-tackle runs.
So there it goes again. Quarterback keeps it this time, gets about 3 and gets stopped.
We had a saying whenever the quarterback ran the ball when we were playing defense, it was make them pay. Right? If the quarterback wants to run the ball, you have to make him pay.
Yeah.
Because and nice, good tackle.
Good, nice hard tackle.
Good gang tackle.
Number 32, Normand for the Firebirds.
Second down and 7.
It's a physical game. The defense is on their heels lately, but
hand off to 25.
There they made a couple good plays in a row. There's a flag.
Number 25, David
Hambrick again.
Flag on the play.
Someone got their hand on the face mask. Looked like Lakota West.
It's going to be a personal foul type. So that's going to give the Vikings some
this referee
good field position afterwards.
There. It should be a first down.
Yep, and then some.
And they had a good couple. Gabriel Flores. He's a senior. You think seniors get their hands out? I don't see.
Must have been away from the ball.
Must have been.
I didn't see it on the ball carrier.
No.
And nonetheless, Princeton picks up the first down. They throw the ball this time, and that's broken up.
I think that's an incomplete pass.
And I think that's an incomplete pass,
We'll see on the replay if that's...
West was hoping that was behind the line of scrimmage.
It could have. It could have been close. Again, there's 575 rule.
Birch let that go pretty quick that time. He did not waste a lot of time here, as we'll see. Quick fake, and he throws it out.
Forward. It's forward.
A little bit of a duck out there to number 3. He's been liking.
Looks like it slipped out of his hands a little bit. That makes sense. It's hot, sweaty.
Yeah. That's been his target,
the quarterback
Hunter.
Again.
And quarterback leans forward.
That play's really working for him. They need to, maybe they need to assign a spy to that quarterback. Wherever he goes, they go.
They have that double back.
Yeah, it's like a veer backfield, a split formation in the backfield.
Where in the first half they were only setting 25 back there, one running back. So halftime adjustment by the Vikings has really paid dividends for them so far.
They certainly
he
are.
Fakes the handoff. He looks to throw into the sideline, and that almost got picked off by number 20.
That's Finn Mason. He's a defensive back. He's a junior.
Trying to find Myrie, and number 20 almost had him a nice INT there, and that would have really helped out the West Firebirds there to stop this drive.
He had a good break on it, that's for sure.
Here you'll see Lair the fake
good
there.
Good penetration, good disruption in the backfield, made him throw it, made him rush it a little bit maybe. Yeah.
Probably not his primary receiver that he was looking for, but
safe pass to the sidelines, right?
So now it's 4th and 5, and it looks like Princeton wants to punt.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised with the ball at the 32-yard line here. Again, it's in that no man land. You're too far away to,
Yeah, with
kick
their
a field goal.
With their defense playing solid as they have been, you'd think, why not, roll the dice and stick a dagger in, right?
Yeah.
A little bit deeper, get it even further into the back, into the red zone of West.
On 4th and 5, they're going to punt, and he got a little too much leg on that one. I think it's going to go into the end zone. Yeah. He wanted to pooch it, but didn't have time as the West defenders came in there, made him put the pressure on and
12-yard net.
Yeah. Yeah. So not boding well for the punters' net yardage here tonight, but you try to go out there and do it. He tried to do what he wanted to do, but West kind of put the pressure on him, forced him to not be able to take his time to make that soft pooch punt, and he got a little too much foot into that one. So West is going to get the ball back here at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they really need to dig in here.
Yeah, 2:15 left in the third here, and like you said, I think they still need that sustained drive here to give their defense a rest and flip this field, if nothing else, but maybe get in field goal position to nice slant pattern there to number 14.
That's been working for him.
Little pitch and catch there with the freshman quarterback to number 14, Trey Barnett, the wide receiver.
To number 14, Trey Barnett.
And that looked like a really nice play there, Larry.
Yes, it did.
There, he didn't hit his running back, was able to set his back foot here, and got a good ball off.
It's good speed across the middle, and that's what it takes. The timing was very good there.
Wes has got trips right, one split out to the left. He's going to go left over there. Makes a nice move too.
That was a nice, quick, nice velocity on the ball, on the target. Good move. 3 or 4 yards after the catch. That's what they need. Keep moving the ball that way.
Brendan Remy with the catch over there, and a little bit of yak afterwards with some nice quick feet to make the guy miss and get up the field to pick up about 7-8 yards here. You'll see, Lair.
Yeah.
Makes number 1 miss. Makes the second guy miss too.
Yeah.
Picked up a good 5 yards after the catch. Goes back to Smith. Smith tosses one up underneath. Oh,
he had
good
him
call.
open. He had him open, but let him out a little too far.
So one of the things I picked up in the stats is that West didn't throw too deep last week at all, and didn't stretch the field. But here they chose at the right time here, where Smith gets back there. He sets his feet.
I think he threw the ball a little too soon.
Yep.
And if he had just waited a half a second longer to get that receiver downfield, then thrown it, he might have had him. Might have had him in the 6.
Yeah, he had the defender beat. He was behind the defender, just a little too early and a little too much air underneath that ball for his wide receiver to run it down. Now he fumbles that one, picks it back up, tosses it up. Oh,
we got
almost
West
an interception.
got lucky there. Bobbled. And a little floater pass to the running back on a screen.
The Vikings almost got an early present there.
Yeah.
As first you'll see here, Larry, the snap comes out not clean on the quarterback, right? Little low. He doesn't come up with it, throws it high.
Yeah.
A little bit in a panic, and it bounces off a guy and almost falls right into the lap of a Viking there. So.
Now, in something there, he really, I think, should tuck it and use that screen.
Yeah.
The blocking for the screen and try and make something happen that way.
And that's going to come over years, right?
Yeah.
As a freshman quarterback, he's playing junior high ball last year, right? And that transition from junior high to high school is huge. Even just from JV to varsity is a big difference. So
I can see why they have him back there, though.
Yeah.
He's got a good arm. He just needs some more strength, right?
Yeah.
And then game experience, game time experience.
As we said earlier about the refs, this is only week 2 of the season.
That's a good punt.
And West gets a good punt there out of number 91.
Down on the 29, it looks like.
That's
there's only 42 seconds left in this third quarter, so West needs to get the ball back quickly.
Yeah, they're not getting that long, sustained drive.
A 4 and out is what they need
to give their defense a rest.
But
and to flip the field, right? As we keep pointing out, field position is going to be key right now as long as this game stays a 3-point game. I think the West kicker has a pretty decent foot.
Yeah.
To get them back into this if they have an opportunity, or if this thing gets down to be late. But
or maybe the defense needs to step up. You know, they're the power of the Lakota West team. Maybe they need to make something happen too. Get a turnover, run it in, interception, strip.
That's
strip,
a good
fumble,
start right there.
Scoop and score, right? Maybe something like that. I don't know if I should say this in Bengals country, but I'm a Steelers fan, and the Steelers are well known for their defensive scoring. And West, with their power on their defense, maybe that's something that they need to do.
Yeah, like you said, a turnover would be huge right here in this series. But here the defense does step up and shuts down number 25, who's been having his way for the most part.
I just lost the audience with the Steelers comment, but it's.
Hambrick gets stood up. He makes about a half a yard, so that's going to bring the end of the third quarter here.
It's
6-3. West down, just 3.
Yep.
Come on back for the fourth quarter. Okay, we're back here live at Lakota West Stadium, where your Lakota West Firebirds are only down 3 here. It's 6-3. The Firebirds scored a field goal in the first half. Vikings came out in the second half, changed up the offense, as we've been saying. Larry, put that double running back there, and they moved the ball on their first drive, a long sustained drive, put it in the end zone, didn't get their PAT, so that's why we have the baseball score 6-3 here, which right now it looks good for Lakota West as their offense seems to be struggling. And you were just saying right here at the end of the third quarter, it's time for maybe the defense to step up, make a big play, try to get a turnover here.
And here they have an opportunity at 2nd and 9, right? So you know they have to try something to get it third and manageable. What is that? What do you anticipate that to be? That's what Coach Bolin and his staff is their job, right? They need to predict that. I do want to say, every year I want to point out how good the bands are in Lakota. Not just West, but East.
Yeah.
And the sound, I mean, it's college caliber band sound over there.
It is
it never ceases to amaze me how good the bands are.
A rich history of band here between Lakota East and West. You're right. Great halftime show by the West band.
I think we should ask for a band battle sometime.
Yeah.
East-West battle, right?
Yeah, that'd be neat. They're both well respected, you know, in the band community. I know I work towards Dayton, and the Dayton people hate to see Lakota West or East come up there in band competitions, because the bands are always good. Yeah, great atmosphere here tonight, Larry. Perfectly well said. The students are here wearing their Hawaiian gear. You know, we're shout out to all the Hawaiian folks out there and the fires and all that. Now, throws a dart. The Vikings get a dart on a slant.
Those were a couple great moves for some extra yards.
As Birch fires one, he stays in the pocket. There's a little bit of the difference there, Larry.
Yep. They didn't. That wasn't a run play, was it?
Yeah.
That was a great slant. That was a 15-yard slant.
You see here, Birch stays in the pocket, takes the hit, and finds number 7 wide open.
And he made a couple nice moves. They're lucky he didn't squirt away.
Yeah. So Birch is listed here as only as a sophomore quarterback. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Because that looked like a senior kind of move right there. He just stood there, waited, let the ball go, seeing his guy open, and took the hit. And now, again, I think we're getting another player thrown out because his jersey's not tucked in. It's been pretty tight tonight on the tuck your jersey, put your mouthpiece in. So that
but if you take a look at that quarterback, he's got really good size and structure for a sophomore, you know, and that's what you take a snapshot of him.
Oh, he got through there.
Nice.
Wow.
Good play. You take a snapshot of him, and that's what Lakota West's quarterback will likely look like next year.
Yeah, I don't know the deal with Birch from Vikings, if he played last year or not. Not for sure, but he does look like a poised quarterback back there.
Another year of maturity, both mentally and physically, and he's going to.
You'll see here, Larry. He hands that ball off to 25. That's been his workhorse there, Hambrick, and everybody thought he was stopped, and all of a sudden, bam!
I think he fumbled it.
He came out of the pile and then gained another 8-10 yards for a first down. Now Birch keeps it, scampers past one, goes again for deep into the secondary, and he's going to pick up about 12 more, and that's going to be another first down.
He's injured
for the Vikings here. So yeah, for that sophomore, there he goes. He puts it in. Another big hit by Davis on.
Some nice blocking downfield by the running back.
On number 32, Hibbert.
I think he put the ball on the carpet, and someone picked it up and took off.
Here we go. Number 25 comes around, gets hit.
Number 32 picks the ball
you're
up
right.
and he goes.
Yep. Standing there in the right place at the right time. So, yeah, good catch,
Good heads-up ball.
Great camera work there, boys. Thanks for the shot there, picking that up. So the Vikings dodge a bullet there and got something positive out of that. And then Birch on the scamper here, number 3, took a hit hard for the Firebirds, and he will come out on his own. That's Miles, the defensive back for Lakota West. But 3 big plays now by the Vikings, right? They had the slant for about 15 yards, the Fumble-Rooski play there that ended up getting them a first down, and then Birch comes right back. And on that last play, again, 32 who scooped up the fumble there, who's come in this half, Hibbett, he's been taking some big hits, but without the ball, allowing his quarterback to scamper for some big yardage. So
he found the seam, but West defense had it covered pretty well. Playing good assignment football there, but they need to make a big play.
Here I think Wells takes this ball. Yep, number 23, and then there's Davis, just can't get it. Just that slight little block by Hambrick is able to stop Davis from busting up that play. As there it looks like he lost his footing as he was trying to make a cut.
Yeah, down the middle.
Got some fresh legs in there. That was Wells, number 23, for the last 2 series there for the Vikings.
Yeah.
So we talked about this earlier, right, in the first quarter. Here we are in the fourth quarter now.
Now they're subbing.
Yeah.
They're subbing them in and out, trying to get them some, breathing time.
Spencer talked about that when he was up here in the booth with us about who's going to have fresh legs, fresher legs at the end, and looks like the Vikings have done a good job of doing some substituting. And
that's good coverage on Lakota's defense. Linebacker number 11, Jacob Asbick. He's a senior. Look for him to continue to progress this season. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a couple pick sixes this year.
Yeah.
He's a good defensive back.
Here Birch does this spin reverse. Tries to throw that off of his back foot as he's jumping in the air. I'm surprised he completed that. That shows the strength of his arm.
Well, that was just good, smart football, too, by Asbrick.
Yeah.
He might have been able to try and get in front of that and try and intercept it. And he was
if he doesn't hit and wrap right there,
he read it right.
Number 3's got some space to run after he makes that catch. But now we've got 4th and 4.
Vikings timeout.
And the Vikings are going to think about this again.
This is a good timeout for him.
Absolutely. 8:06 in the game. You're up 3. And here's that replay on that previous play of throwing it off his back foot. You'll see here, if he doesn't make that tackle, 44's got a good 10 yards to come over here to catch up. So great play by number 11. Boy, he put the brakes on. That's a great shot there, showing him how he read that play, got back, made a nice open field tackle.
Yeah, he took all the moves away from number 3, right?
Yeah.
Don't let him catch it and try and strip it from him. Just stop the play.
And Hunter has been a target of late for the quarterback, Birch. has found Hunter several times in that first sustained drive. So 4th and 4 again. The Vikings in that betweener place, right? They're,
right.
Looks like the ball's sitting at the 19-yard line, just almost to the 20-yard line. So you're talking about a
they need to get to the
37-yard field goal, but
they need to
4
get to
yards.
the 15.
They're going to go right over
it.
to the sideline, and they're going to get that and then some. Nice design play by the Vikings. Just a normal pocket pass that we haven't seen too much of.
Yeah.
And the Vikings bring that out at the right time. And I think they may have caught West a little bit on their heels. Yeah.
Good out, sideline play.
In the shotgun, wide
Safe.
open.
Yep.
Spin, stays in bounds. Yeah, well-designed play. They stretch the field there with the wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you get inside of 20, it's always a dilemma. Do you want to play tight man-to-man? Do you want to play zone? You know, what do you think, Dave?
Yeah, that's a nice target too.
That's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
They picked the gap in the zone. A nice soft spot on the sideline in the zone, and they hit it for a first down.
Yeah, threw that to their 6'2" tight end, Miri.
Whereas if he'd have been a man-to-man, he might have not, he might have been covered.
Yeah, that's a tough one on 4th and 4.
It is.
What do you do there? So, yeah, you don't want to get beaten to the end zone.
No.
I've seen those plenty of times, 4th and 4, and then throws to the end zone for a touchdown.
Man-to-man fade to the corner, right, and drops it in a bucket, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah,
but,
so here was that previous play flag. Just I guess, early movement on.
Must have been a lineman.
On the Vikings. Yeah, looks like the right tackle.
Drive killers, man.
Right tackle moved a little fast.
Penalties like that are drive killers.
As Birch keeps it, finds a hole, and scampers forward. He's just throwing his legs forward. And
he didn't quite get
what an effort there by the quarterback.
Number 18, D'Angelo Birch, on quarterback keeper.
2nd and 1, looks like.
So just when West had him backed up with the 5-yard penalty, made it 1st and 15. And they're going right to work early here, and they go to hit Hambrick, and he's going to get stopped.
He falls forward. He made it.
Nope, I think he's going to be on.
Nope.
Oh, nope, they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
I thought the West had him stacked up there on the goal line.
Oh.
And, yep.
Now there's a flag.
West not happy with the call, I'm sure, because I think they thought they had him stacked up.
Were they chirping, or was that taunting?
Yeah, I think that's chirping. I think that's an unhappy defensive back or linebacker.
Or something. Talking to the refs, you think?
Yep.
That's never good.
So that'll probably get assessed on the kickoff.
Number 5 is Andrew Minich.
It's a senior.
Yeah.
So
the only time I would even consider that, forgivable is if that guy's the captain.
There's a block.
Kick.
So there's a little
blocked kick.
Little momentum killer there for the Vikings, and maybe that'll be the spark for the West to get going here as they block the PAT.
Yeah. They have a lot to overcome right now, though.
And keep this game 12-3, but they're going to have to put it in the end zone at least once and then get back down there again and let their kicker do something just to make this close. So we see the PAT there. I'm not sure who got their paw on that. I think this is the touchdown here to number 25 where he gets hit right here, Larry. He's stacked up, and the O-line just pushing him. And yep, there's the ball coming through.
Yeah, that's a touchdown. Because you can't see anything else, right?
Yeah.
You can just see the ball.
I guess the West players maybe felt that they had him stacked up, and
what's the argument for momentum?
Movement stopped or whatever, but you can see in the replay there, guy's giving us a good shot with the camera there as the ball all of a sudden sneaks out underneath people's legs into the end zone. So
he's still leaning forward, though, and the referees have to give him an opportunity to fall forward, right?
But I'll tell you, the play before that by the quarterback, 18, to get him down there to the 2 or 3 yard line was just a great individual effort as he was just getting hit around like a pinball.
That's been their bread and butter all half, though, is that quarterback option read, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Birch just did a great job there to get the ball down.
He's probably got 60 yards this half, 70 yards. Here's the block play.
So West gets good penetration. Looks like big green Paul there, 90, I'm going to call. Big number 90 got in there and got his hand on it.
Sure it's not 96?
I'm going to say 90. Reedman, the defensive end.
Okay.
And
here we go. For West, that's Judah King.
Is that Judah King?
Yep, defensive lineman. That makes sense.
Yep, okay. Judah King with the PAT block. There's the Viking coaching staff sending signals in to the defense. That kick went out of the back of the end zone. Of course, they assessed that 15-yard penalty. So the kicker was, I think, on the 50-yard line when he kicked that off. So
wow.
So West starting off at the 20-yard line, not great field position, but
well,
they kind of
they're in the red zone. So
the penalty kind of put them in that position for no kick return there. As a quick out over to number 4,
yep.
And they might want to start thinking about using the sidelines too to get out of bounds because they need 2 possessions to get 2 scores, and with 6:32 and running, that's going to be a tough task to do.
Be exciting to see an onside kick.
West
love to have West in a position where they need to do that, right?
Yeah.
Get a score in, quick score. And
they got 2 timeouts. But yeah, like on this play here, I'd say I would have liked to seen the wide receiver just get out of bounds after he makes the gain right here.
Yeah.
He makes a nice turn up, and then he's looking to the sidelines there, but just can't maybe get there. And I think we have
that's Giovanni Wilson Hunter. He's a 12th grader. They should be yelling that on the sidelines. Then
got a Viking down here.
Yeah.
On the sidelines. Young man to the left there, that play you saw in the replay.
Yeah, he's not moving around either. That's not good.
I think he got blocked right up on the backside here. You will see it. There he is. Looks like number 1 for the Vikings down as a staff.
Oh, there he's moving.
There we go.
That's good.
Good sign there. Never want to see these young men get hurt, whether which side they're playing on. They're young kids. They got a lot of future. Looks like he's got a cramp to me, Larry.
Yeah.
And we.
Cramps are terrible.
That's going to happen here in these last 5-6 minutes with this heat today.
They're harmless, but man, when you have one, you feel like someone needs to cut your leg off. You know it.
He looks
they're
like
terrible.
Looks like he's got a cramped up hamstring there that he's trying to walk off. So
you think you have a bear trap on your leg?
It's good to see him walking on his own.
Yep.
But Smith's going to go back there in the shotgun.
They're going to have to move the ball with passing here.
Yeah, single set back, 3 to the right. And passing hasn't been their friend so far tonight. As Junior goes in motion, now he's split left, naked backfield. Smith steps up, gets a ball out behind his receiver, had him open. Larry.
Yeah, he did. His footwork is all wrong here. He does a great job of looking at the blocking, right? And he steps up into the pocket just exactly the way you're supposed to. But watch his feet here. He's just not planted.
Yep,
his hips are not rotated enough.
And gets that ball behind his receiver.
And it just his arm motion is not exactly what it's supposed to be. So he'll get better. He needs to hold the ball a little closer into his chest there. That was a good pass.
There he waits,
that was
waits
a
a
good pass.
while
He
and gets
got
it over to number 1.
Yeah. First down. Nice play.
Remy again.
Yeah.
Starting to have a good second half, Remy is. And that'll move the chains enough.
You know, some people might think this pass is a little low, but I tell you what, only the receiver's going to get it. And that's, you know, that's not a bad pass.
Yeah, and not a bad play.
And it was a great scoop.
Not a bad play by the quarterback. He stepped up in there and kind of got up above the receivers. Comes back to Remy.
Yeah.
And he jumps forward for a few.
It's like a good run play.
Yep. Gets 5, but the bad thing for the West right now is that clock's rolling.
Yeah, but
so these plays got to come in quick and be set and go.
They need to get these guys biting on Remy.
Yeah.
And then turn him upfield.
I'd like to see that big 88 catch a ball here. You mentioned that earlier in the broadcast here. You know, let's take a look at that.
Let's see what he can run
it's a
like,
big
right?
target.
There he goes.
Wide receiver. He's open right now in the middle of the field.
Oh, they got him.
And
it's a sack. That was good penetration by the defense.
Great penetration by the defense, and they're going to give him intentional grounding, I think, for that. Because there's no receiver over here by us.
There's number 4.
And we got another Viking down, and hopefully that's just cramps. I saw the referee walk up. Yep. Intentional grounding, that's going to hurt.
That's a loss of down.
That's yardage and down. The exact opposite of what West needs right now. They need everything going forward. So you see 88. I don't know if we'll see he'll run out of the screen, but he's wide open right now. But Smith's locked onto his receiver there. That's something else he'll have to learn too, right?
Yeah.
Keep that head forward. You'll see here. His head's looking right the whole way, and it's just not there. He's got 88 there. He comes across our screen wide open right in the middle of the field. And that's a big target.
Quick.
That's a big target for him to be looking for. Big junior tight end Gilbert there. And I think that's what, you know, if West wants to move the ball, I think they're going to have to look for maybe some quick things out of the backfield or that tight end. Let those wide receivers stretch the field, take those DBs way down there and throw underneath them and get the 12, 15-yard gain. It stops the clock, right? Because you got to move the chains. Get that play in there real quick and just start getting 8, 12, 15 yards at a time.
Well, during this timeout, they need to start grabbing offensive lineman face masks and saying, you got to do your job.
Yeah, he's got to have some time.
You got to protect your QB right now. Now's your time. If there's any chance of them winning, they have to do it now.
Yeah, there's
right.
He's got to give a young guy some time back there to look around.
Yep, and you know that tight end going slant across the middle. If he would have just cut it upfield, straight upfield, he would have been open between the hashes, and it would have been big play.
Trips right. The tight end's on our left-hand side. He's open again. If Smith can find him, he's going deep into the teeth of the defense, and it's going to get broken up.
Nice try. His receiver got his hands on it. That wasn't a bad throw. That was
not bad. Yeah.
That was a 30-yard toss.
Again, 88 here. If we'll see on the replay, open again. Here he is at the bottom of our scheme, cutting across. He's wide open right now, Lair.
Yeah, look at him. There's another guy wide open over the middle.
Smith is locked on one. Look at 88. Yeah. He's got to get his hand up and let that kid see him too, right? You got to want that ball, right? You got to let your quarterback know I'm right here for you. Yeah. He's got to be a 6'6", 6'7" tight end there, as the Vikings will just take the fair catch and take possession.
Hammer time.
Just under 5 minutes. Yeah, 4:48.
Hammer right up the middle.
And if there's ever a time the defense could find one of those turnovers you were looking for, now would be the time.
They need a big play.
Now would definitely be the time in these next 3 plays to try to find a turnover. As the Vikings huddle up over there on their sidelines, getting ready to come out. I'm sure we're going to see a heavy dose of 25 and 18 here, right? That's been the game since the halftime.
It's worked for them all half.
Yeah.
They stop one back, then the other one starts running it.
And hand off to number 25. 5. He'll take it over.
2 yards and 30 seconds off the clock.
So stick moves a little bit, but I don't think the Vikings are too worried about the stick moving as they are about the clock moving. West does still have those 2 timeouts, so Coach Bolden's going to have to know when to use these in a timely manner here. Do you use them on defense? That's a tough call. So the
flag.
Oh, we're going to have a flag.
Well, that's only going to help West there if it's on them. Yep. Stops the clock and it backs them up. That's good.
So that's
great thing about close games like this is keeps people in the stands, right?
Yeah, you know, for a hot night,
it
has cooled off a little bit outside, not so much up here in the booth, but fans, for the most part, have stuck around on both sides watching this. Again, I want to shout out to Westchester TV for doing this broadcast. Please
great job
watch
on
them
the cameraman. Great job in the truck, gentlemen. This is great broadcasting. Appreciate all you do.
Continue to like them on the YouTube channel as they continue to bring these games here at Lakota West, Lakota East.
Well, a lot of people don't realize is we broadcast live through our Westchester TV app.
Yes.
If you go to Roku and just search WC TV or Westchester TV, and you download the app to Roku, you can watch all of our programming. And it's not just council meetings or board meetings or zoning commission meetings. It's sports for Lakota East and West. We do we videotape some of our concerts. We have some pieces this year about history, and since it's Westchester's bicentennial this year, we've talked and videotaped and archived some of the great historians in the community that have led Westchester to be the great community that it is. So
absolutely, and like you said, they not only it's not all about Friday night football. It's about the soccer kids, both guys and girls.
Yeah.
Soccer for both programs.
Basketball for both programs.
Basketball for both programs.
Before I came here tonight, I was watching the Lakota East men's soccer playing Kings High School. Not high school, yeah.
So as the clock was running there, Coach Bolden uses one of those timeouts on defense to stop the clock as they got the free timeout on the penalty. As now that brings up 4th down. Also, good time to use it, right? To not let Princeton just run the play clock down. So the Vikings are going to have to kick the ball over to West. And boy, now would be a good another time for a good special teams play too, right?
I'd be going right after it here.
If you can't get a turnover, right? Let's get a special teams play going here.
You got to get your guys in the backfield.
So Remy's back.
I don't know why they're all upright
for the kick. Looks like they're going to.
Oh, that was close.
Almost.
That was close. That's interference. Well, maybe not.
Nope, no flag there.
Well, I wish he would have bumped him.
Yeah, because that is not going to be pretty field
I try and
position.
be impartial, but
yeah. Hey, West needs anything they can get right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is a close block.
Yeah, number 3 gets in there really quick.
Just missed it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Tabron Benny. Nice close shot at
there it is. Pretty.
He just missed it by a fuzz.
Yeah, I don't know if he lays out. Does he get it? But boy, he was trying to get in there quick.
Yeah, you lay out, you lose control, and you run into the punter. Right. You know, it's a double-edged sword.
Great punt. Now Smith's
Step up,
back
throw
there.
deep.
Goes to throw, tosses it out.
I tell you what, that quarterback got lucky there. Again, he did a good job stepping up, but he was struggling with whether should I tuck it or should I throw it. And, well, he threw it.
He threw it. He did, and
they were very fortunate it wasn't a pick six.
Hits right off of Chase Cole's hands, senior. He'll hate to see that on the replay tomorrow morning.
He was looking at the end zone when it hit his hands. That's probably what he was doing.
Yeah, he is not going to like himself in the film tomorrow morning. So here's the play, as you said. Smith does a good job, steps up in the pocket looking.
Gets wrapped up.
He's getting hit as he's throwing this ball, and that was just too easy, right? Too easy.
It's happened to me. Happens to everyone.
And here's Smith rolling. He gets hit as he's throwing the ball, and that's a pick six on any other given day. As I think you said, the Vikings defender was thinking the same thing. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, his friends are going to have fun with that tomorrow in film. So.
Tomorrow, they have a 20-minute bus ride at home. He's going to hear about it the whole way.
Yeah, he might. He might. Winning cures everything, though, right? If you can win the game here, is the Vikings are up 2 scores right now, 12-3 with 2:50 left in the fourth. And Smith standing back on his 5-yard line, takes the shotgun snap, looks forward. Throws it through. There's the pick, and there's the 6. As number 8 is just sitting in center field there.
Well, that's what happens when you try and make something happen, right?
So that's P.J. Nelson. We talked about him earlier when Spencer was up here, right, as somebody to watch for tonight.
Good blocking. There was a little pressure.
He does not make the same mistake as his teammate does.
He just played good coverage football there, right? I mean, he was in the right place where he needed to be. He had the coverage in the middle, and he tried to sneak it past him.
Smith just never had his eyes locked on Remy.
Yeah.
And never saw him.
He got the defender going the right way. It's just not long enough, right? Just another half step, and it would have been right past him.
So there's another cramp up.
Here
comes this is when all that hydration kicks in. And I think this is about the 3rd guy now that's getting cramped. And it looks like his calf is cramping up. They'll work on him, but the damage is now done by the Vikings on that play.
Yeah, they should have done a little more hydration the day before. But I don't know if anything helps after tonight. You know.
Yeah, this is a rough night with this heat, humidity. I mean, the sun's been down for a long time, but it's still pretty thick out there. So.
Yeah, you can see the haze under the lights. It's pretty muggy.
Pretty thick out there. So that's going to bring it up to 18-3 and almost put it out of reach now for the Firebirds here with just 2:40 left in this contest. As we'll see if the Vikings can get a PAT off tonight. That's been their downfall. If there's been a problem in their game so far tonight, it's been the point after. So not a great.
And they blocked another one.
Yeah, that was not a great kick, or I mean, not a great snap.
They blocked another one. Nice job, Wes, on the special teams here.
Yeah.
You'll see that. They'll start making plays if they.
So you see, this is not a great snap. 10 has to go grab it from behind him and get it back down, and it's just not enough time.
That was Andrew Manich who made that block. There were 3 guys in, but Manich was on the ball. I think any one of them would have got it.
That just tells you how timing works, right? When you got to twist your body all the way around, catch the ball, bring it all the way back to set it up.
Yep.
The kicker didn't have a chance on that one. Like you said, I think a couple guys could have had that blocked. So, again, if there's been a positive, there's the band. You've been talking earlier about the band. There's the Lakota West band still in the house here.
Oh, yeah, they play after.
So, if there's been a positive, it's been some little bit of special teams for West on these point afters. Though I think the snappers helped them out a little bit for the Vikings. On 2 of these. So, and something the Vikings are going to have to work on as they continue on in the GMC. So, you know, we looking forward here a little bit of what's next for the Vikings. They're going to host Lakota East, who has struggled tonight, like we said, surprisingly with Hamilton. So the new coach over there, Coach Kidna, is going to have to figure that out.
And his son.
And
at quarterback.
Another quarterback's name that you will recognize as you were talking about the St. X quarterback, the Lakota East quarterback is John Kitna's son.
He's
so
already has a commitment, I believe.
Yes, I believe he's going to go to Houston, University of Houston, to play. So Vikings are going to see East next week and Mason the week after. Not an easy schedule for them. And then West is going to go play Fairfield and then Middletown. And, you know, Fairfield's been doing their thing. They were up on Sycamore 14-10 the last time we checked at the halftime. So
it'll be an interesting season in the conference, I think. After seeing Princeton play tonight and the way they move the ball against West defense, you know, they look like they're a pretty solid team. They're probably right up there as one of the teams, and you know, that could potentially win the conference. But you know, West isn't out of winning the conference yet either. You know, they just need to get a little more in sync with those younger offensive players, and that defense is solid. So there's a lot of work to do, but there's a lot of great things that happened tonight, glimpses of greatness, right?
Yes.
And the offensive line, I think they blocked better for the quarterback than I anticipated. But, you know, the quarterback's young. He needs to work on his footwork. But you see it in his arm. He's got a strong arm. He's got an accurate arm.
Yeah.
It's just the fundamentals in the pocket, right?
Yep, fundamentals.
And just playing good, sound, intelligent football, knowing when to throw, knowing when to tuck. That's just going to come. Like you said, how old is he? He's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
14, 15 years old. Wow. Think about, you know, being 14 and starting for your high school team, Lakota West, right?
And now they've changed quarterbacks, throw number 15 in there. Yeah. Look at the chart for him. Looks like Nolan Parker.
Yeah, he's a 12th grader.
So that's a senior quarterback going in there now. But yeah, you think about the future of West here when this kid has a whole year under his belt, what he looks like next year or his junior year.
And I think that's what Boland's looking at too, right? He's looking to the future of Lakota West football and getting a good, strong, solid quarterback is a big part of that.
Parker gets he throws a nice looking ball right there. And to number 4, he's going down the sideline, still going.
Take it in.
And a lot of people trying to.
That was just a straight out go route on the sideline, and it was on the money. Hit him in stride.
Parker with a really nice ball coming in here at the very last minutes of the game here. The senior steps up and says, "Let me show you what I can do here, coach."
That's Giovanni Wilson Hunter with the catch and a great run afterward.
Yeah.
Good solid holding the ball. I mean, they tried to strip that a number of times there.
Yep.
And he's got a good firm grip on it.
Parker goes back in, looks around, running for his life, going to get caught from behind.
Holding.
And I see some hankies coming in too.
Probably a hold call.
Trying to look around the league here. Why in between, it looks like Middletown came back. Middletown kept the lead on Coleraine, 20-3. Sycamore came back and beat Fairfield 24-21.
Wow.
Interesting.
Good second half.
Here's the replay in our game here of Parker rolls right. Doesn't
he
see
should have
anything
tucked
going.
it right there and went right between those.
Big number 44 comes up and grabs him from the ankles in the back behind and takes him down, makes it 1st and 20 now. Just beyond midfield.
That's 2nd and 5.
And
no, second.
Parker throws another. Oh, what happened there? Number 4 must have gotten twisted up. He looked like he was open.
Yeah.
Number 4, Giovanni Wilson, it was incomplete.
Giovanni Wilson, I thought, was going to have another catch there. Here we go on the replay. You see Parker drop back. Throws another nice ball.
Oh, he fell over.
I think he got twisted up.
Yep.
Another good ball though there by
Yeah,
Parker.
it was nice.
Had the receiver open and
it's a good tight spiral. Oh, that's
he's
in the air.
He's going to go down the sidelines. And nothing.
I'm surprised.
Trey Barnett, it was incomplete.
Trey Barnett was on the wide receiver there. I was surprised he didn't try and make a play for the ball.
Yeah.
It looked like he might have been able to get to it.
He just kind of turned it off.
Maybe he didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he turned it off, but
Yeah.
here he sets back, throws off that back leg, puts it up there. Looked like he was putting it up there for him to run under. So, again, now after that big strike, they've kind of died out here the last 3 plays. Now it's 4th
they need
and 15
yards here. Let's see what they can do.
And we're going to get another whistle. Stoppage of play. I think I saw Mason Oak Hills final. Mason won that.
Oh, no. No,
That's
it's
a
20
killer.
yards. Yeah, drive killers.
24-14 Mason. So, you know, little life here at the end by Parker coming in very late in the game. Hits a big strike. Thought he had another one there down the left-hand side, but the receiver got his legs tied up.
Maybe West is going to have a quarterback battle.
Coach Bold might have a decision here to make. If this young man can do something in the last minute 29 here, might find himself a job.
I don't know. He's been passing the ball better, clearly better.
Throwing a really nice ball here as they're coming for him, though.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
The Vikings are coming upfield quick. And that's going to do it on 4th down as West will turn the ball over. Like you said earlier, you got to give some blocking there, right, to give your quarterback a minute or two when it's 4th and 20. So the West turns the ball over here at the 121 point. Down 18-3. As we'll see Parker on that last play, 11 just coming in like a storm. Wipes the chin and everything there. So yeah, you gotta hold them up for a second or two when your quarterback's trying to do a 4th and 20 play there. I would have liked to seen Parker have a chance to throw that ball and at least move the chains and live for another set of downs.
They're just gonna go into victory formation here and run the clock out.
West only has one more timeout, so we're right at the 1 minute mark. So West puts 3 on the board this week versus 0 last week, so that's a positive. The special teams weren't bad. Need a little work on the offense and defense, like you said. It'd be helpful when you have a young offense for the defense to step up, make some stops.
Defense was on the field a lot tonight.
They were. That first drive, I think, really hurt them.
The first drive in the second half.
Yep, really took it out of them.
6 minutes off the clock almost, and that's a lot of time to be out on the field.
Yeah,
I think, but really, I think Lakota West is, I mean, they set such a high bar, right? So, you know, and you know, I hate to use the word rebuilding season because their defense is really good and they have the potential to beat really good teams. Consistency, right?
Right.
And a little more gelling on the offensive line and making sure that they're capable of protecting their quarterback. And again, maybe that West, maybe the Lakota West has a quarterback battle in store for them this year. Who knows?
They might. Well, that's going to bring us to a close as we end here as a final of Princeton Vikings 18, Lakota West Firebirds 3.
Thanks, Dave.
My pleasure. Thanks for being in the booth.
You bet. Thank you.
Firebirds return